They buried him in Abuja. I saw the burial pictures. I saw the videos. I saw the casket. I saw when they lowered it into the ground. Everybody cried. Everybody mourned. Everybody said, "May his soul rest in peace." But 2 nights ago, he knocked on my door. My name is not important. But what I am about to tell you is something I still cannot explain. Emeka was my friend. Not very close, but we grew up in the same area before he moved to Abuja for work. About a week ago, we heard he was sick. 2 days later, we heard he was dead. They said he collapsed in the hospital. They said the doctors tried. They said it was sudden. His body was brought back for burial, and the burial was big. Very big. People traveled from different places. I did not attend, but like everyone else, I watched the burial videos on WhatsApp. I saw the casket. I saw his picture on the banner. I saw when they buried him. Emeka was gone. Or so we thought. 2 nights ago, around 11:47 p.m., someone knocked on my door. Not a loud knock. Not a soft knock. Just slow. Knock. 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 There was no light. NEPA had taken power, and the whole compound was quiet. I thought maybe it was my neighbor, so I asked, "Who is there?" The voice that answered. I will never forget that voice. He said, "No me. Emeka." I froze. I didn't move. I didn't speak. I just stood there. My mind started telling me maybe it was another Emeka. So I asked, "Which Emeka?" He replied, very calmly, "Emeka Okafor. I just came from Abuja." My hand started shaking. Emeka Okafor was buried 3 days ago. I don't know why, but I opened the door. And he was standing there. Alive. Standing in front of my door like nothing happened. He was wearing black jeans and a blue polo. His hair was low like usual. His face looked normal. But something was wrong. He was too calm. And he was not blinking normally. He just smiled and said, "You won't invite me inside." I just stepped aside and let him enter. He sat down on the plastic chair in my room and looked around like someone who had been there before. Then he said something that made my heart start beating fast. He said, "They buried the wrong person." I looked at him but I couldn't talk. Then he continued, "I was supposed to die, but I did not die. Something happened in the hospital. When I woke up, everybody believed I was dead already." I finally found my voice and asked him, "So why didn't you tell your family you were alive?" He looked at me for a long time. Then he said slowly, "Because some people wanted me dead." At that moment, I felt cold. Very cold. Even though all the windows were closed. He refused to eat. He refused water. He just sat there, sometimes smiling, sometimes quiet. Around 2:30 a.m., NEPA suddenly brought light. When the bulb came on, I looked at him very well. That was when I saw something that made my whole body weak. His clothes were dusty. Not normal dust. Sand. Brown sand. Like someone that came out from the ground. I don't know when I slept. But when I woke up around 6 a.m., he was gone. The door was still locked from inside. He didn't open the door. He didn't wake me. He didn't say goodbye. He just disappeared. But on the chair where he sat, there was sand. Fresh sand. That evening, I called my friend who attended the burial in Abuja. I asked him one question. I said, "When they buried Emeka, did anyone open the coffin to confirm it was him?" There was silence on the phone. Then he said, "They did not open the coffin. The hospital sealed it before they brought it home." Since that moment, I have not been able to sleep well. Because last night, around the same time, 11:47 I did knock again. Knock. 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 Then his voice came from outside my door. And he said, "Open the door, they are still looking for me." If you were in my position, would you open the door? Or will you pretend nobody is home? Watch more scary African stories on this channel, and don't forget to subscribe to Tales of My Motherland. Because in Africa, not every story has an explanation.